Hello, Papa J here. Today I'm going to teach you on how to use the rank function in Excel. So this is quite a commonly used function. It's actually a very simple function, but there are some tricks to it, and I'm going to show you a very useful tip at the end to show you how you can use ranking with the if criteria, because ranking itself, the rank function itself, does not come with if criteria. Okay, right. So let me orientate you a while first before we begin. So we have some of the Man United players over here. We have 10 names over here, and those they are in blue, they are English players. And for those height, they are in red, they have duplicated values, 2 duplicated values over here. And as for the green values, there are 3 duplicated values. Okay, so we see how the rank function will work over here. Okay, so let's start with rank. Okay, some of you might be familiar with using rank. Okay, actually I advise all of you not to use the rank function, but use RANK.EQ instead. Okay, so if you type equals to rank over here, you will find that Microsoft says this function is available for compatibility with Excel 2007 earlier, which means that which means that Microsoft might be phasing out this function. Okay, so we try not to use it. Okay, we should all switch to rank.eq. Okay, so let's continue. The first argument is the number, which is the height itself, and the reference over here is actually the array that you want to compare with, the column that you want to compare with. Okay, so let's select the whole column. As we are using, okay, so the third argument is optional. So if you are using descending order, you need not state the argument. Okay, you can just close parentheses. Okay, and you have the ranking over here, right? So as you can see, 1.79 is rank 4 and 5, so Excel has given rank 4 to each of them. And as for 1.78, okay, we have 3 of them, so Excel has given rank 6 to each of them. Okay, now let's use rank.eq. They are the same. rank.eq and rank, they are the same, but we should start using rank.eq instead. Okay, as for the first argument is this, and the second argument is the column is just the reference. Okay, close parentheses, and you get the same results. Okay, and let's do rank.average. As you can see, average. Okay, we shall see what average does later. Okay, so rank.average, first number over here, inside the whole column as reference. Okay, as you can see, for 1.79 is 4.5, right? 4.5 instead of 4, because 4.5 is the average between 4 and 5, because 1.79 is taking up rank 4 and 5, right? And 1.78 has rank 7 instead of 6. Okay, the reason is because 1.78 is taking out rank 6, 7, and 8, so the average value over here is 7. Okay, so this is how you use these 3 functions over here. So as a reminder, we should just use rank.eq only instead of rank. Okay, so now we have another assignment over here. So let's say your boss asks you to just rank within the English players and also rank within the non-English players, so 5 each, right? Rank 1 to 5 over here, rank 1 to 5 over here. So how are you going to do that? Okay, the first way is, if you want to use rank.eq function, you have to select the cells, select the reference manually. So this is what I mean. Okay, so equals to rank.eq, right? Okay, select the number and the reference. So now the reference over here is to select the English players only. We cannot select the whole column, so we have to do the manual selection. Okay, open parentheses, you click this, right? In fact, I should just use B4 and the absolute cell reference. Okay, and then I go to these 3 cells over here and give it absolute value, cell reference, as well as for this. Okay, I just close parentheses. Oh, sorry, you need to close it again. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so you notice that there are some errors over here because we haven't give it the if criteria yet. Okay, so let me insert the if criteria. So if this is equals to yes, then we use the rank function. If not, we give it an empty cell. Right, so now you have it 1 5 3 4 2. Okay, so as you can see, we are manually selecting the data over here. But what if this goes on and this has 50 or 100 lines? Okay, you're not going to use rank.EQ, right? So we have to use an alternative here. We need to use COUNTIFS, but COUNTIFS is not a ranking function. So this is where the tip comes in, as I mentioned just now. Okay, so in order to do this, you cannot use a rank function. You have to use COUNTIFS, which is something that's not intuitive, right? Using COUNTIFS to rank, but it works. Okay, it works. So how do you do it? Okay, equals to COUNTIFS. Okay, so we have the criteria range over here. The first criteria range is, okay, you select the whole column over here, right? And the value is yes. So if it's an English player, we use it in the ranking. Okay, right? Of course, when it's not English player, you will also use it in the ranking later, but we will add an additional if condition later. Okay, so the second criteria range is actually this column over here. So we want to find out which of these is more than 1.83. Okay, which of these in this column is more than 1.83. Okay, right, so comma, so the argument, the criteria is it must be bigger than 1.83, right? So if there is any values that are more than 1.83, we will count them. Okay, so this is what I mean. You press enter, right? So this is 0. 0 means that there are no values that are bigger than 1.83. Okay, so if it's 4 over here, right? So there are 4 values that are bigger than this. Okay, 4 values that are bigger than this, which is 1.83, 1.78, 1.76, and 1.8. They are all bigger than 1.68. So we count them all together, and it's 4, right? Okay. Similarly, for this value over here, there are 2 values that are bigger than 1.78. Okay, the first value is 1.83, and the second value is 1.8, right? But this is not the rank that we want. Okay, the count is correct, but this is not the rank that we want. In order to rank it, you have to plus 1, right? So you notice that this is 1 5 3 4 2. So this is correct, but we do not want these values over here for non-English players. So we have to use an if function over here. If this is equals to yes, right, then we use the COUNTIF function. If not, we just give it empty cell. So there you go, 1 5 3 4 2, right, which is the same as the rank.EQ function that we have used earlier on. So these two results must be the same, right? So let's do an example for non-English players. Okay, so how you do it is, it's the same thing, right? We select the number and we select the data that are non-English players. So click this, and we must remember to give it an absolute reference, right? Okay, and we click this and give it an absolute reference, and we click this, give absolute reference. Okay, you must remember to give it absolute reference, otherwise you will be, the numbers, the data will be off, the column will be off. Okay, so close it, right? Okay, and then we have to use the if criteria to state that if the English players are known, then we apply the RANK.EQ function, otherwise we give it an empty cell, right? So 2 4 1 4 2. Okay, because 1.78 appears twice, so we give it a rank 4 over here. So how do we use the COUNTIF function? Let's recall. Okay, equals to COUNTIFs. The first criteria is this column over here, right? It must be equal to the value over here, right? So if it's yes, we do the count. If it's no, we also do the count, right? But we do the count within the same group of players. So over here we are counting within the English players and also the non-English players group. Okay. Now as for the second criteria, range is this column over here, right? Okay, that is more than the cell over here, and then you close it. Okay, right, and then you give it a +1 over here, right? Okay, now we are going to insert if criteria if the English players are no then we use the counting function. If not, we close it. Oops, okay, let's do this again. If this is equals to no, then we use the counting function. Now we give it an empty cell, right? So there you have it. Okay, so if you're unsure of on why we are using this and the criteria, you can just check back this video again. We replay this video a few times to understand why. Okay, so it is a very useful tip on ranking. Okay, if you want to rank with the if criteria within the same table, okay, use COUNTIFS instead of rank, because the rank does not have the if criteria or the if formula for you. Okay, so I hope this video has bring a lot of value to you, and if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm gonna do more value added videos in the upcoming videos for you. Okay, so please subscribe. Okay, thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.